In new developments, charges have been dismissed against an Iron Mountain man accused of threatening schools.
Now, the Dickinson County Prosecutor's Office announced the decision this afternoon, and TV6's Iron Mountain Kingsford Bureau reporter Blake Ryerson shares the prosecutor's reasoning.
As of today, 30-year-old Kyle Holmberg is no longer facing trial. This afternoon, the Dickinson County Prosecutor's Office announced it has dismissed the school threats charges against him. In a press release, Dickinson County Prosecutor Lisa Richards says in part, the burden of proof at a criminal trial is high. It is much higher than the standard for arrest. We are tasked with proving the elements of a crime beyond a reasonable doubt. The decision to dismiss the charges in this case is a reflection of our inability to meet that burden. We previously reported Holmberg was arrested on September 25th of last year after police received reports of a threat made to either Woodland Elementary School in Kingsford or North Elementary School in Iron Mountain. The threat was reported through the Michigan State Police tip line. Police never described the nature of the threat. We also covered Holmberg in court, where he was charged with felony false report or threat of terrorism. In a statement, Holmberg's legal counsel Abby Anderson says in part, through the investigation, it became evident that Holmberg did not make any criminal statements, and there is nothing to suggest that Holmberg was ever a threat to his community. We are very happy that this matter can be dismissed and Holmberg can start to rebuild his life. The prosecutor's office also said if new evidence comes to light, new charges can be authorized. Blake Ryerson, TV6 News, Iron Mountain.